one bullshit PlayStation trophy.
Today's episode is going to be on Foreclosed on PS5, but it's going to be a little bit different because I'm instead going to be talking about a weird glitch that I encountered during my playthrough that made 2 grindy trophies embarrassingly easy and quick. So, it happened on this level here. As I went through this window, you are supposed to now crawl across the edge of the ledge and then eventually jump down through the glass window when the game prompts you to, and then you just continue on about your level, killing bad guys and saving your identity. Well, that's what's supposed to have happened, but when I play through this level, this is what actually happened. So here I am about to go through the window, and as soon as I shoot the gun, a little weird visual glitch happens, and as I try to move across the ledge, I can notice in one of the comic book panels that my character is sliding, sort of T-posing almost, across the room when I'm on the ledge on the bottom panel. This was really weird, and I even moved him out of bounds, and then after jumping down and taking control of the character properly, I noticed my controls were all messed up and the character was stuck in sort of an aiming walk pose. I couldn't stop aiming, even when pausing it, it did nothing. I couldn't run or roll anymore. I was always stuck in this slow walk and aim movement, and I just thought I was fucked here. But then when I fired my gun, something magical happened. Holy shit, what the fuck was that? My gun doesn't normally fire that quick. And at this point I was just like, okay, this is a weird glitch. My gun is firing a lot quicker than it normally does, and it doesn't seem to be overheating because that chip icon above my head isn't going up whenever I shoot. So I just carried on fighting all of these bad guys here, and then after killing all of them, my XP was really high. That was a crazy number. And I just didn't really know what was going on, but I just carried on shooting, and after dispatching more of the enemies, I ended up unlocking the Silver Hunter trophy in this area. Now this is a trophy for hitting enemies 500 times with telekinetic bullets. Now on normal mode, this is how long it takes you to kill an enemy, and notice that every time you shoot, the chip icon's colour is increasing as you're going to overcharge it if you fire it too quick. Yet in God mode, that doesn't happen at all, and while you fire like 1,000,000 bullets in a second, just completely obliterating an enemy in an instant. As soon as you fire the gun, he's already dead. It's already game over, man. So this I thought was great, because now a grindy trophy has just unlocked really quickly, and I then began to have fun with it, just shooting with some carefree abandonment. I was just killing everything without even trying. It was so cool. More enemies would come into this room and I would just lay waste to them with these telekinetic bullets that just fucking fly around. And as I explored the level, I was pleased to find that I could still pick up the collectibles, because I could still press and hold down X to pick up these. So at this point, everything was going great. I had a shitload of XP. I seemingly could just kill everything within a second, and at this point I didn't think I could die because, well, look, enemies didn't stand a chance. It was fucking great. And as I progressed a bit further into this level, I come to this room where there was a load of turrets downstairs, and the game was telling me to go another way, because obviously if this was normal mode, they would rip me to shreds. So I then go down this narrow sort of corridor, and this is where I encounter my first problem in God mode. An air vent, because I couldn't crouch in God mode. Fuck! Was my playthrough about to end here because I couldn't get through a simple air vent, Solid Snake style? No, there's got to be another way around. Surely this vent would just take you out behind those turrets down there, and considering I'm in God mode now, I should be able to get past them. So I bravely went down there, and the turrets tried to lay waste to me, but they couldn't because I was invincible, motherfuckers. I could just casually walk up to them and just disable them with the little puzzles. And as I disabled this second turret and walked to the third, I ended up unlocking the gold No Place to Hide trophy, which again was really weird because this trophy was for hitting enemies 1,000 times with those telekinetic bullets, but at this point, I wasn't even shooting, and it just gives me the trophy. So for some reason, the turret's bullets must have counted towards the trophy. But hey, I was like, hey game, if you want to give me trophies for free, I'll take it, because this game isn't great, and it's kind of been annoying me. So yeah, I took that trophy, and I went back up the stairs to try and figure out how I could get around this area, and all the while just firing the gun and just seeing the madness that was unfolding before me, because this bullet thing was awesome. And unfortunately, it didn't seem like I could get out of this. So I decided to quit back to the main menu, knowing sadly that the glitch would probably be over now as I continued my game from the last save file. And as I went through, my character was no longer constantly aiming his gun, so I figured it'd just return to normal. But then as soon as I aimed the gun and fired it, I noticed the glitch was still occurring, but now I had another problem, because after aiming and firing the gun, I couldn't move. So I had to go back to the main menu again and then reload my save. So this time I knew, obviously, the gun wasn't going to work. So I went into the menu to see if the XP had given me loads more skill points. And sadly it hadn't, so I couldn't just max out everything right away. But then I found another problem. I couldn't actually exit this menu now. The touchpad wouldn't close it, nothing would work. I was just trapped in this menu. I was like, for fuck's sake, I've completely broken this game. So once again, I returned to the main menu and then decided to continue and resume. So now I couldn't aim my gun and I couldn't go into that menu, but I could roll. So I decided to run back to that section and then try and go through the vent. And thankfully, I could crawl this time. So I crouched through the vent, got my Metal Gear Solid on the go, and carried on working my way through this level. But then there were some enemies in front of me, and I just instinctively shot at them. But then I realised, fuck, I fucked it again now, because I can't move. If I shoot, I'm stuck in place, because for some reason the game just stopped me from moving completely now. And yeah, that was kind of it. I kind of realised that I've fucked this completely, and I was really worried at this point that I'd completely ruined my save, because I really didn't want to have to start this game over again, because this game turned into a real pain in the ass, because the combat is just terrible. So I turned off the console and then rebooted the game, and thankfully it all returned to normal and I could progress through the rest of the game as normal. And eventually completing it and getting the platinum trophy. But yeah, I just wanted to share this weird little glitch that made 2 really grindy trophies that would have been really tedious to try and get a hell of a lot easier. So for that reason, those 2 trophies get a bullshit trophy rating of, well, they can only really get this, can't they?
What? Is that it?
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
You gotta be kidding me.
Oh.
You gotta be kidding me. I practically had it.